this is Ireland. I heard there were two themes this week, pirates and ice cream. So I went with ice cream, and this week's movement activity to go with reading is called Syllable Scoop. So what you're gonna need to do is think of some different flavors of ice cream, and you're gonna need to write them on paper. Just sound out the sounds in each word. Or you could even just draw pictures of the different flavors of ice cream. Then you're gonna need to crumple them up and put them in a bowl. And then the only other thing you need is an ice cream scoop. You could use a spoon, you could use a measuring cup. Now the name of the activity was Syllable Scoop. So what you're going to be doing is scooping out a flavor of ice cream, and then you're going to need to count the number of syllables in that flavor of ice cream's name. And then you're going to be doing an exercise to go with the number of syllables. So you really could do any exercise that you know. I'll give you a few examples right now. You could do jumping jacks. You could do ski jumps. You could do arm circles, forwards, backwards. You could do lunges. You could do push-ups. You could do toe touches. But again, you could do any exercise that you wish. So I'm just gonna show you a couple scoops and what it would look like. You're gonna scoop in. Oh boy. Get one out. I got cookies and cream. So then I have to count the number of syllables. Cookies and cream, 4 syllables. So then I have to choose, what exercise do I want to do? I think I'll do 4 arm circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm going to choose another one. So I got chocolate. So then I have to count the syllables. Chocolate, 2. I think I'll do 2 jumping jacks. 1, 2. Do just one more. Ooh, chocolate chip cookie dough. Count the syllables. Chocolate chip cookie dough. That had 6 syllables. I think I'll do 6 ski jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the idea is to just keep scooping until you've done every flavor of ice cream.
Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to Poetry with Mrs. B. Over the last couple of weeks, we've talked about different kinds of words. We've talked about adjectives, which are words that tell about something. We've talked about onomatopoeia, which are words that sound like the actual noise that they make. And today, boys and girls, we're going to talk about a new word. It's called alliteration. Alliteration is when you have words put together that begin with the same sound. For example, Biddle bakes batches of big bumpy brownies. Did you hear the b sound at the beginning of each? Another one is Ward watches wild weather through the window. Did you hear the w sound at the beginning? Authors often use alliteration to make their writing more exciting to read. Today, boys and girls, I'm going to read you a poem about ice cream. And you're going to hear not only rhyme, because you know there's rhyming in poetry, but you're going to hear alliteration too. This is one of my favorite poems too. It's called Bleezer's Ice Cream. I am Ebenezer Bleezer. I run Bleezer's Ice Cream Store. There are flavors in my freezer that you have never seen before. 28 divine creations, too delicious to resist. Why not do yourself a favor? Try a flavor on my list. Coca Mocha macaroni, tapioca smoked bologna, checkerberry cheddar chew, chicken cherry honeydew, tutti frutti stewed tomato, tuna taco mashed potato, lobster lychee lima bean, mozzarella mangosteen, almond ham meringue salami, yam anchovy prune pastrami, sassafras souvlaki hash, sukiyaki succotash, butter brickle pepper pickle, pomegranate pumpernickel, peach pimento pizza plum, peanut pumpkin bubble gum, broccoli banana broccoli banana bluster, chocolate chop suey cluster, avocado Brussels sprouts, periwinkle sauerkraut, cotton candy carrot custard, cauliflower cola mustard, onion dumpling double dip, turnip truffle triple flip, garlic gumbo guava gravy, lentil lemon liver lava, orange olive bagel beet, watermelon waffle treat. I am Ebenezer Bleezer. I run Bleezer's ice cream store. Taste any flavor from my freezer and you will surely ask for more. I'm sure you heard a lot of alliteration in there. For example, checkerberry cheddar chew. You heard ch. How about lobster lychee lima bean? And you heard ol. So remember, boys and girls, alliteration is when words together have the same beginning sound. Now, for our Explore session today, I have a brainstorm sheet that you don't need to have one that looks like this. You can brainstorm on any paper and decide what letter you want to use your alliterative words. And I have pizza, peanut, peach, popcorn. They all begin with the p sound. Now, the next one we're going to do is H. So I need to think. I want honey, hot dog, hummus, ham. Now, I know those words aren't that unusual, but when you string them together and you think about ice cream, you get some really, really weird flavors. So once you've put together your words that begin with the same sound, and remember, it can be any letter at all, then we're going to put it onto an ice cream cone. This isn't in yet. The first part of the ice cream cone is going to be your cone. Cones aren't that hard. Draw a rectangle. And then on the rectangle, you're going to put little diagonal lines going both ways so it looks like an ice cream cone. And then if you want, you can put the top of your cone on like that. After you've made your ice cream cone, then you're going to make a big dip of ice cream. It kind of looks like a big old cloud. Then you're going to cut them out and put them together to make an ice cream cone. Then you're going to take the words and write whatever alliteration words you decided on the top of your ice cream scoop, and you're going to put it on the ice cream cone. And then, boys and girls, I suggest you color it the best you can and make the ice cream look like what you decided on. Here was mine, pizza, peanut, popcorn. I made pizza sauce. I put on the popcorn and the peanuts, and I even put some pepperoni on. Boys and girls, alliteration is a fun way to write, and it's a fun activity to do. I hope you've had a lot of fun today, and I hope you make a great new flavor of ice cream, and I hope you get to go out for an ice cream cone real soon. Take care, be well, and I'll see you soon.
This is Mrs. Fisher here. I have two special guests today. I have my daughter Kelly, wave hi Kelly, and her husband Jim, and they're going to help me with a game. So this game, all you need is a deck of cards, and what I've done is I've taken out all of the face cards and the jokers. So kings, queens, jacks, and jokers are all out. Okay? And what we're going to be doing is we're going to actually choose one of our face cards as our character. So, Jim, would you like to choose a face card?
Sure.
Kelly? And I will take the queen, being the queen of the house. So those are put aside. All of the other cards are turned upside down in a random pile on the table or the floor. Now, If you don't have cards, if you don't have a deck of cards, you can easily play this game with just index cards or just pieces of paper, and you would write the numbers 1 through 10 and scatter them about the table or the floor. And then if you don't have the cards, you can also use like Beanie Babies or a stuffed animal, because the game is called Jump. Okay, and what you're going to be doing is you're going to be, excuse me, you're going to be taking your character and you're going to jump on a card and taking that card to its home base, which would be in front of you. And the object of the game is to just really practice your math facts. So we're going to start by picking, we're going to choose 6 cards this time, and we'll all take turns choosing our 6 cards. So Jim, go ahead.
Jump.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we will all turn our cards over. And like I said, this is a math fact mental computation game. So whenever you are trying to add up all of the different addends or the digits on the cards, you're going to then come to a total or a sum, okay? What I do is I look for groups of 10. How can I make groups of 10? And that helps us to do that mental math a little bit easier. So Jim, would you go ahead and try?
Sure. I got really lucky. I've got a 6 and a 4, which makes a 10. I've got a 6 and a 4, which makes a 10. I've got a 10, and I've got a 5. So I've got 10, 20, 30, 35.
Excellent. Okay, so I was not that lucky. I have a 9 and an ace. That makes 10. Aces are worth 1. And I know that 8 plus 7 equals 15. So I have 10 plus 15, that's 25. Plus another 7, that's 32. Plus another 7, that's 39. So I have 39. Kelly, what do you have?
I have a 9 and an ace, which equals 10. I have a 6 and a 4, which equals 10. And then I have a 7 and a 4, which is 11. So we have 10 plus 10 is 20 plus 11 is 31.
Very nice. Okay, so you can do this with any number of cards. You can choose 6 cards. If you're in a lower grade, you can choose 2 cards or 3 cards. You can practice those adding. If you want to practice subtraction, only take 2 cards, and you can automatically just do the subtraction problem. You subtract the smaller number from the larger number. We're going to show you a variation to this game, so we're going to toss our cards back in, do a little bit of a shuffle shuffle. Okay? And what we're going to do is do multiplication. Now you can play this game with multiplication. You cannot do it with division. So let's just pick 2 cards this time and do multiplication. And so we're going to turn over our cards, multiply our 2 numbers together. Jim, what do you have?
I have 3 and 4, so 3 times 4 is 12.
Okay, I have 5 times 5, that equals 25.
And I have 7 times 1, and that is 7.
Good job. Now to make it even more difficult, for those in the higher grades, you can use a piece of paper, or I've used a whiteboard here, and I've set up a problem. So we're going to have, we're going to be practicing order of operations. We'll have a card here plus a card times a card. Okay? So that means we're going to be picking 3 cards. So we're going to start. Go ahead and pick your card. Okay, so what I'm doing is I am placing my cards here, just like this. Now, order of operations tells us that we have to do multiplication and division left to right first. So I come to my multiplication. 4 times 1 equals 4. So this part equals 4. So this part equals 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Okay, so that's how you would do order of operations. We'll let these guys try theirs, okay?
Okay. So I've got 5 plus 7 times 9. So I have to do multiplication first. So that's 7 times 9 is 63, plus 5 is 68.
Good job. All right, Kelly.
All right, I have 5 plus 8 plus 6 times 6. And then I have 8 times 6 first, which is 48, plus 5 is 53.
Excellent job. All right, so there's lots of variations that you can use to play this game. I hope you have fun playing it. We'll see you later, Monroe.